Well, thanks for joining us today. I'm here with Dan Kennedy, the expert in regards to meal planning, and we're just going to touch on a few things in regards to the importance of meal planning. So Dan, over to you.
No worries. So I reckon a few of the main important things with meal planning would probably be preparation. So failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So knowing what you're going to have throughout the day and making sure you've got everything in order so it's on hand is probably the most important thing. Number two is knowing what you're putting into your body, so whether protein, carbs or fat, and how much of each thing. So it's not so much about what you're eating, it's more about the quantity of each and every macronutrient.
Yeah. So in terms of knowing the quantity, that's what you sort of work out a lot of the time with clientele, isn't it?
Yeah.
In terms of your macros. So can you just touch on that a little bit?
Yeah. So a lot of people are more concerned about what type of foods they're eating and instead of how much. So what I like to try and get across to clients is the amount. So the amount of protein, carbs and fat you're taking in by the end of the day. So whether it be you eat all your carbs before lunch or whether you eat all your carbs before bed, it doesn't really matter as long as by the end of the day you're getting in a certain amount, whether your goal is 200 grams of carbs or whether it's 100 grams, as long as by the time you go to sleep at night you're getting in that 200 grams.
So there's some pretty good pointers there. So you're thinking meal frequency is also important as part of your macro plan, or?
Yeah, I think meal frequency is relatively important. So optimally you want to be eating every 2 to 3 hours. But it all comes down to convenience. So if you can't eat every 2 to 3 hours, if you're working flat out, or whether you just don't have time to go and eat, in the end of the day, it's just about getting in the total calories before you go to bed.
So for the viewer, the main thing you reckon is preparation. In terms of the main thing for meal planning.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, so failing to prepare more often than not is just preparing to fail. So knowing what you're going to have and having it on hand is probably the biggest thing with meal planning. Whether you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, preparing your meals is probably the number one factor.
Perfect. Well, you've heard from the expert. So if you need to follow him up, please follow him up on Instagram
at DJK Fitness.
So great man, really good mentor to have if you're looking at creating a quality meal plan and looking good and feeling good. So thanks very much. See you on the next video.